Oh, hi everyone. Had a few people I've been helping over the last couple of weeks with boxing wrist wraps. So I'm going to put together a quick video to give you a hand on my favorite way to do it. There's no exact science to this, but there's a couple of little tips that will help you as you're doing it each time. So I've got my very trendy pink wraps. First thing, unroll them, which is a pain in the ass if you've just rolled them all up. Then, first key thing, stitching on your wrap. Thumb through it, stitching down. That'll help when we get back to the other end and want to put the Velcro back on our wrist. So the way I do this, stitching down over my hand 3 times around my wrist, paying attention to keep it flat and to not be super tight. The aim of the wrist wrap isn't to be super tight and structurally tight around your wrist and to pad your knuckles. It's actually to keep the bones in your wrist well supported, as opposed to pad your knuckles or anything like that as well. So that's important to remember. So 3 times around your wrist, back through the webbing, over your knuckles, around your wrist. Once again, no exact science, but 3 times around your wrist, webbing, wrist, webbing, knuckles. Now this is the important part. Then we're going to thread it through our fingers, but we want to anchor it off our thumb side. So between our fingers, back to our thumb, not off this side of our hand, otherwise it'll pull our knuckles apart. Anchoring it off our thumb will pull our knuckles together. Okay, between our fingers, trying to keep it reasonably flat once again. Fingers. Back over the knuckles then a couple of times to lock that off. Wrist. Webbing, then down over my wrist. Look at this nice little herringbone pattern that I'm coming up with here as we come around our wrist. Been paying attention in my first aid classes. And then locking it off. So it should feel nice and snug, shouldn't be all bunched up. The strapping should be nice and flat. And it should be, whilst having a little bit of support at over your knuckles here, should be most about your wrist, okay? Shouldn't be too tight, your fingers shouldn't be going numb or blue or anything like that, and that should be a pretty simple way to do. Thanks, guys.